The video going viral on social media shows a penguin leaving its group and walking alone toward the mountains of Antarctica. Many people are relating it to human behavior, like depression, isolation, or making huge decisions without fear. But the reality presents a very different picture. This scene is from the 2007 documentary Encounters at the End of the World, released by German filmmaker Werner Herzog, who knew that nearly 20 years later, a small clip from this documentary would become a sensation on social media. The lifestyle and nature of this innocent creature involves so much hardship and sacrifice that it is hard to believe. In 2007, Werner Herzog presented a scene in his documentary that, 2 decades later, has left a big question mark in the online world. In the clip, an Adelie penguin separates from its colony and walks toward the mountainous interior of Antarctica instead of heading toward the ocean. At the South Pole, the ocean is the source of food and life for these penguins. But this lone penguin was walking straight toward death, toward a place with no food and no chance of survival. What could be the reason? To understand that, we must first understand penguin nature. Why do these creatures leave the ocean and live up to 100 kilometers inland in Antarctica? Antarctica is a land where nature has left almost no room for life. It is the coldest and windiest continent in the world. Temperatures can drop to 90 degrees C. In such extreme cold, if a human body is not properly covered, it would begin to freeze within seconds. Even a glass of boiling water thrown into the air can freeze before hitting the ground. So, why have penguins made this deadly cold their home? The answer lies in their enemies and their hunger. While Antarctica's land may be barren and deadly, the surrounding ocean is full of life. The icy waters are rich with krill and fish, a treasure of food for penguins. But the real reason they live here is protection. Penguins cannot run fast, nor can they fly. In other regions, predators would easily hunt them or eat their eggs. In Antarctica's brutal cold, however, very few dangerous land predators can survive. The freezing environment becomes their shield. Nature has also equipped them for survival. Beneath their skin lies a thick layer of fat called blubber, and their dense feathers protect them from icy winds. Yet nature never gives anything for free. If Antarctica offers safety from predators, penguins must pay for it every year by facing death itself. Every year becomes a test of life and death. Not all penguins are the same. There are 5 main species found in Antarctica. The largest and tallest, reaching up to 4 feet, is the emperor penguin. Then come the chinstrap penguins, recognizable by the thin black line under their chin. Next are gentoo penguins, known for their orange beaks and white stripe on the head. Then macaroni penguins, with stylish yellow crests. And finally, the species seen in the viral video, the Adelie penguin, recognized by the white ring around its eyes. While animals across the world move toward warmer areas in winter, Antarctica shows the opposite pattern. Most penguin species travel away from the ocean during breeding season. They do this because near the ocean, there are predators like leopard seals and killer whales that threaten their eggs and chicks. Coastal conditions are also harsh, with waves and winds capable of destroying nests. The emperor penguin is the only animal that breeds during the Antarctic winter. Every May and June, as winter begins, emperor penguins leave the ocean and travel in massive numbers, sometimes up to 100 kilometers inland, toward the breeding colony where they themselves were born. The journey is exhausting. They eat nothing along the way. Once there, males attract females through vocal calls and displays, stretching their chests and moving their heads rhythmically. The healthiest males are chosen first. After mating, the female lays a single egg, and by this time she is completely exhausted. None of the penguins have eaten for nearly 2 months. But the greatest sacrifice comes from the male. The female carefully transfers the egg to the male's feet without letting it touch the ice, then returns to the ocean to feed. For the next 2 months, the male stands in temperatures as low as 60 degrees, balancing the egg on his feet, covering it with a brood pouch, and not eating at all. He does not move, because if the egg touches the ice, it will freeze instantly. By the time the female returns, the male may have lost more than half his body weight. If the chick hatches before the mother returns, the father produces a special milk-like substance from his throat to feed the chick, using the very last of his energy. This is why emperor penguins are often called the best dads in the animal kingdom. But not all penguins are the same. Adelie penguins, the species seen in the viral video, are known to be mischievous and clever. They build nests using stones. In a land of ice, stones are as valuable as diamonds. Males compete by building the best nest. Often, instead of collecting stones honestly, they steal them from neighbors when they aren't looking. They can spend an entire day fighting over a single stone. Unlike emperor penguins, both parents share incubation duties in shifts. So why would such a social and intelligent creature suddenly walk alone toward death? When Werner Herzog witnessed this scene, he was shocked. A scientist described this behavior as a psychotic breakdown. Penguins have a built-in navigation system. They sense Earth's magnetic field like a compass. They use the sun, stars, water flow, and smell to navigate across hundreds of kilometers. But sometimes, due to infection, parasites, stress, or starvation, their navigation system may malfunction. The brain glitches. Instead of heading toward the ocean or colony, the penguin fixes onto a wrong direction. But what really happened to that penguin? Science confirms that animals can feel grief. When a penguin loses its chick, it may stand beside the body, making sorrowful sounds. Sometimes grieving parents even try to steal another chick. So was that penguin depressed? Science calls it neurological failure, but viewers see loneliness, pain, a lost soul. Herzog did not intervene. Antarctic law forbids interfering with wildlife. The lone traveler kept walking toward the mountains until he disappeared from sight. Beyond that point lie thousands of kilometers of ice. No fish, no water, no survival. Perhaps he collapsed from hunger and exhaustion and froze beneath the snow. The world of penguins teaches us much. On one side stands the emperor penguin, sacrificing everything for new life. On the other stands the lost traveler, leaving everything behind, walking toward an unknown destiny,